Welcome, Hawkeye. We've been waiting for you.
Where am I? Who are you?
I represent a mutual friend. You heard of the Dutch? The Dutchman? I represent the Dutchman. And we want to know about the beaner. The Dutch beaner.
I don't know anything about any beaner.
Oh, I'm afraid you would say that. Too bad, Hawkeye. Very, very bad. The Dutchman will not like this.
Here it is, the Dutch beaner. It's tiny. It weighs 0.3 ounces, and across this length will hold 1,000 pounds. Now that's a micro beaner from hell. It's got a very aggressive metal gate that's spring loaded. Clip right into it, but takes a little effort to get it out. So that's a good thing. One of the key tools you use with this is a continuous loop amp steel. Now I just made this one and tied a blood knot in it, and it works just fine. Now to use the Dutch beaner and the continuous loop on your hammock, the easiest way is to attach with a lark's head to your hammock and then clip it directly into your whoopee sling. Now you'll notice that the whoopee sling is backwards of the way that it normally would be hooked up. Now, one of the advantages to tie it in backwards is when you make the whoopee sling, make this section longer. Maybe add 2-3 feet to it. Then if you're using a smaller tree hugger and you had to run the amp steel part of the whoopee sling back through the loop, it would still work. You could gain that much circumference on the tree. So there's some flexibility there by doing that, but you will have to make, typically this is about the right length for a whoopee sling, but to do it this way you might make this a little bit longer. I'd say a foot or two would do it. But the whoopee sling works just as good backwards as it does forward, so this is no problem. The mechanics of hooking your hammock in become very, very easy. One of the benefits to this is of putting the Dutch beaner onto this short continuous loop. Any water that runs down your tree hugger and your whoopee sling will run off. This acts as a water break. Not a big clunky thing like a descender ring. Nice, neat, and compact. The Dutch beaner is made for amp steel to amp steel connections. But what I found out that you can actually use it on webbing. The black webbing I have on the tree over here is from Strapworks. It's the heavy, thick stuff. I don't use it that much anymore. I prefer Paul's lightweight strapping from Arrowhead Equipment Company. It's very pliable, lightweight, and you can use it on this. Slip the webbing into it, pull it back around, and you're all ready to go. Right into your loop. Now you can just leave that there. But you want to make sure it's on the side opposite the gate. If it's on the side opposite the gate, then it's no problem to hook your amp steel in. If you hook it on this side, you might bind up and get into a problem. But it will work with webbing. So a lot of flexibility in this piece of equipment. And we can compare this to the regular whoopee sling setup, which goes up to a marlin spike toggle and to a Dutch clip. Now the Dutch beaner, the ones I have here are prototypes. They're one of the first ones that came out. And it's got a beveled edge around the side, but to me it feels just a little bit sharp. Talking to Dutch about that these will be tumbled and polished in production, so that edge will be a little bit softer. But I may take a little bit of a rat tail to this and just round that just a tad so that it doesn't wear, and I don't really see that as a big problem. The Dutch beaner, approved by gorge rats everywhere.